waiting like, what's your big deal? Because I'm not like talk show yet. So, like, what if I was like, hi guys, and we're on. I'm Trishana, and welcome to my living room couch. I know it's not what you expected, but it's what I have. So rock with me, G. How are you guys out there today? I'm doing great. It's Saturday night. I hear echoes all around this house because I'm the only one in it. What about you? What are you doing this Saturday? I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Questions make you smarter. And then you hear the fake laughs. Isn't that right? Do do do. Well, as for me, this Saturday I got up because on Thursday, I believe, or Friday morning, I woke up with a little in my chest. I was like, I don't know what that was, but I know it reminded me of the symptoms of COVID when that plaque just gets on your chest like that black spawn in Spider Man and it sticks to everything. Like, and while you're sleeping, it's just seeping into the crevices of your organs. And next thing you know, you're weighed down with the smog and you try to get up and you got the suds like SpongeBob, but it's COVID. You can't smell or taste. And all those other things. But only it's not COVID. It's something that's trying to tackle me down. So I remembered I had these fresh teas and I just got up and I drank some teas and some tinctures and it knocked it right out of me. Right? That was Friday when it knocked it out of me. Today, Saturday, gets up. I'm feeling good. Later on my day, it's trying to come back and I'm making teas again. So I'm going to tell you this. The teas that I make, they are abundant. They grow abundantly. I make teas out of the weeds that grow around the house. And this one was milk thistle. Now, last year when I made this milk thistle and I put all the ingredients into this tea, I felt good. This year when I make the milk thistle, it has me going to the bathroom. Okay, and I know TMI, but that's what I'm doing with my Saturday. I ate some food I don't think I was supposed to eat because we are in Passover. And, because I'm dealing with the battle of trying to eat and fast at the same time, I'm praying as well. Just because, it's like I can't continue to know I'm in Passover and just go with the rest of the world. And maybe that's why I got sick to my freaking stomach with this tea. Maybe tomorrow I'll just get up and drink tea. Okay. The rest of the night, I don't know, I'm here with you guys right now. Like I'm, talking to you guys, my ghost audience, which is fine. Some people will pop in and out. I'm just happy to be here. Okay. So anytime you pop in, let me know what you're doing on Saturday night. Do you guys still go to clubs where you from? Like I don't think anyone really goes to clubs. I know everybody used to be like, after work, I'm coming home, I'm getting ready, and I'm going out. Okay, let me see. Oh, there are 6 people. I couldn't see. Well, I don't want to cry on a Saturday today. I don't, There's too much stuff. Like the vibration is low. And instead of crying about it, I feel like we could be proactive as, uh, you know what? Let me give y'all the same speech, okay? So, before we have been indoctrinated, right? Yes, we come from a family. Yes, we have a race. But guess what? We forget that we were earthlings to this planet first. That trumps every other title. And when you think of it that way, you will feel highly disrespected about a lot of things going on. And you'll know that the fight is bigger than what we are nitpicking about every freaking day. Let's see. I can't see what you're saying. Wow. I really don't have an opinion. I go through my emotions with this man. Um, and I'm not a political person. I know that I tried to reach out to him for some things and, you know, was turned away. So I know he's not proactive in certain things. So he parades around. I guess he does what he's told, but at the end of the day, again, when you think about politics, that's kind of small minded because, again, we're earthlings, right? And when you think about how we are hijacked as a humanity and you open up your mind a little bit more, you just let it bloom. We have meninges in the brain, which means it can expand with information and knowledge, okay? So forget Trump, forget all of that, right? Think about being an earthling to the planet. Now, think about how, as a human, earthling to the planet, it has to be something else that's bigger than us that would cause all of this for humanity. You know, we are prisoners on our own planet. It's almost like coming into a home, being born there as a family member, and your family member is telling you, hey, you can't go into the basement, you can't go into this room, you can't go into that room. Don't ask no fucking questions. Oh yeah, and if you want to use the bathroom, you got to pay 150 every time you go in and come out. Oh yeah, like shit like that, you know? It makes you question. But think about it, expand that thought to the world, and think about how locked in, how restricted we are. I feel like, you know, to live on a planet in the first place, we are the currency, and transportation should be free. We should be able to travel everywhere on this freaking planet because this is our home, not just the place that we were born. Just because we are, you know, locally born in this place does not mean that the whole planet was not our home. And that's what they made us forget. People are small minded and will continue to repeat the rhetoric that makes them feel powerful, but still you're not doing anything about not liking Trump either. What are we doing? You know, we've had plenty of times to overthrow the government as a whole, as a total, and we don't do anything. I've given instructions. I know you guys probably don't know me like that, but I have platforms where I've given people instructions to do certain things when they were freaking threatening us. Like, buck on them, buck back. Say we don't give a fuck. Like, don't sit up there and say you're going to loot, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. That's what they want. Break away. You know, give them the two middle fingers. It's so many people would rather get on here and talk about what they don't like and talk about what they going to do, but don't do the shit any fucking way. So I am so confused with the American mindset when I look at people, even the average teenager in the UK will come out and get in the field with that government. So I don't want to hear a bunch of gum bumping adults talk shit that they ain't gonna do. Like, this is bullshit. Y'all would rather suppress somebody else and put down somebody else and come and do weird shit to other people because you think that's powerful when we have ultimate power that you do not use. That's fucked up. You know, that's why I'm telling you, like, expand your mindset a little bit. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Okay, let me tell you. Cause the tightening in the chest is definitely what I feel. And then even when I was lifting my arms, extending it, I felt it in my back a little bit too. So what I've been doing is this. It happened last year. I'm gonna give you a little backstory so you can understand where the information come from. So I was living in these apartments, and the apartments are, you could tell it was indigenous space. Like, before, like a couple years ago, you would see a lot of white-tailed deer still traveling through, the ones that they didn't slaughter, still traveling through the paths. And you know how, like, they have the big cylinders underground? That's the waterways that they would use to find water resources and trees, like with fruit, typically the Osage tree. And that's what I found out back in my apartments. And they did so much excavating in that area to dig that shit up and just make it, like, I don't know, it's so murky and everything to make these apartments and whatever else they building back there. And it's so fucked up because the deer, and I'm sure a bunch of indigenous information was there that was covered up. So anyway, I went out back and I started to look at the trees foliage, in other words, because I saw that the trees was producing the Osage apple, orange, or whatever they call it. And it was like some other things. I found the catalpa plant and everything. So the catalpa plant looks like a pod of a vanilla pod, like a brown vanilla pod. So I wasn't sure what it was. But what you need to do is when if you know foliage, you got to foliage the weeds around your house. That is the medicine that we need to use to cure these things that's coming up. Especially if you've been living around your house for a while. Because like if you spit, um if you live in a house or whatever, right? And say like you come outside, you spit, you plant your feet, you ground yourself in your grass, right? Your grass can pick up on your DNA, your things that you need. So if you get cold symptoms or whatever, the weeds that it produces around your house, 9 times out of 10, will be available to you. So what you need to do is take pictures of your weeds, find out what it is. You can research what that weed is. How you research it is like if you go online now on the Google algorithm, they have wiped every bit of information previous to 2021. So all you can see is 2021 and up. You need to go on a non Google search engine or somewhere where you can find archive information like 2014 back then, and that's where you're going to find the real information and the real like detailed like medicinal purposes and benefits of what these weeds do. Okay. You clip the weeds, you bring them in, you wash them real good in your sink, you dry them out. Once you dry them out, break them up, make teas. This is a business for us. Some people can become natural tea makers. I'm going to tell you now, this shit cures everything. You can make tinctures. I've made tinctures. I knew somebody that had a boil on their breast. They came over here. I used the catalpa plant tincture that I have. I sprayed it on that bowl. They told me they felt it percolating. And then it was like when they got home, it had bust like 4 o'clock in the morning. So things like that, okay? You can do it too. I want everybody to understand the medicine is outside. And just to let you know, everything that the Most High gave us is already sweet. I take my cup, I swirl a little honey around, I put the tea that I steam. Well, sometimes, like, if I'm really bogged down, if I feel like I'm bogged down, I use clove in it, put some ginger in it in the water, any herb, strong things that's going to appeal to your immune system, and I boil it for like 20 minutes. Make sure it get real good in there, whatever. Get a lot of. You can make a whole pot of it, drink it all day. Not only will it help with whatever you're going through, but it also reduces the fat in your stomach. You're going to start slimming down right away. It's going to help you slim down. So you make pots of it. The milk thistle that I was growing, it had like the little like things in it. I mean, I crumbled that up too. I crumbled it right up in there, made the pot. Now, I know that something was wrong with me in my chest or whatever today and the other day, and it was cleaning me out because last year when I was drinking this, it never made my stomach hurt. But this year, that stuff was making my stomach hurt. Like I kept going to the bathroom yesterday and today, and then I was wondering why. Like then I thought about it, like, oh, it's the tea. So I didn't drink a whole pot, but I drank enough that it's doing something. Like I could feel it, like working it, fighting against whatever trying to take me over. So I just want everybody to know, especially if you don't like taking medicine. I mean, medicine can also be costly, and plus, I mean, is out there for us that the weeds is the medicine, and that's why they focus so hard on saying cut them and get rid of them and stuff. So I hope that helps. But that's what I've been doing, making the medicine, the tinctures. What I do to make the tinctures is I get the like some cheap vodka, 90 like is the highest proof you can get. I think it was like 75 that they had or something at the liquor store. I haven't been there like since last year, but I got tinctures with like ginger root in it, dead nettle, and I have a root, a dead nettle root in one, a ginger stub in the other one, and dead nettle leaves in the other one. So with plants, the best thing is when you research, you'll find out that each part of the plant is different, like the leaves to the stems to the root. Sometimes, and this is why it's important to research the plants. because sometimes the roots is poisonous, although the stems might be medicinal or the plant might be medicinal. So you want to research because you don't want to have no bad effects to this shit. Trust me. You don't want to have to go to the hospital and they know you doing shit like this or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Put two and two together. They ain't gonna want that. So that's the way you could basically heal yourself. And if you know other people, I suggest you to spread this because this is something like I don't believe in gatekeeping information that can help the collective. I don't. I really feel like everybody. That's how like so many inventors and like people that are true healers and they have the remedies to things. That's how they go bad because they don't think about the community. They think about um, capitalizing off of people and kind of like making deals with people, and it's not about that. That's not what life is about, and that's why I go bad every time. So I've always thought, if I had a brilliant thing like that I knew that would instantly be able to help people, why not tell everybody? Why not tell everybody to tell everybody else? Why not tell everybody else to tell everybody else? Because at the end of the day, what they gonna do? Bomb us all up? You feel me? We all know this shit now. What they gonna do? That's how we supposed to be moving. That's how we supposed to be moving. But they don't want that shit. And that's why I always say each of these platforms that we have is like a country, right? We have to raise the vibration. I have to raise my vibration in order to raise your vibration. I can't continue to come here beat and batter down. I got to be able to do the work on me in order to give y'all the same energy and show y'all that we can do this shit. Like all you got to do is focus on the things that you want to happen. All the other shit is irrelevant. And then you got to understand yourself and understand other people. Now, this is generally how I look at other people. A lighter is going to be a lighter, right? A bottle of water is a bottle of water. A bottle of water cannot be a lighter, and a lighter can't be a bottle of water. So when a person show me who they are, if they're a lighter, that's all they can give. That's all I expect. I'm not going to expect nothing more from a person that shows me they are lighter. I'm not going to expect shit more from a person that can only show me they're a water bottle. So when you show me who you are, I'm going to believe you and I'm going to treat you accordingly. And I'm not going to give a fuck about putting too much energy into things. And, I keep my energy high that way. Sometimes it's shocking. It's shocking because I used to be a person that give people the face value of being a human being, of being, an adult or being a teacher or whatever. But when you hear the insane craziness that people do and you see the things that people do behind the scenes and when they think they can't be seen or touched, you realize that they're operating out of something else and it's just not here. It's not level with where you are. So you have to leave those people where they at. Like I don't give no more expectation, but I know, you know what I'm saying? I know people can give more because at the end of the day, I always give this analogy. My cat now has probably been here for 4 months, but this cat went from saying meow to hello to mommy. Like the cat can talk. So it's like the cat has only been around humans for this amount of time, but yet he's observed enough to understand language when he's doing something wrong, all of these things. And he's still a baby. So that means he's going to learn even more because it's in him to observe and to inquire. So I know when his ass do something like I come in the house, my napkins all shredded up across the floor. He ain't no damn all cat. No, no, his ass knew what the hell he doing. And I'm going to think about certain things. And I'm like, okay, that's why he did that. Like when he ran away because that day when I was leaving out, I was going to get the food. I was feeding him like salmon the night before. And I was like, I'm going to get up, go get them the food. He left. And it was because he didn't have food. And I know it because the next day he ate all his food. I never knew kittens eat that damn much. Like this kitten eat more than my dog. And my dog is 5. Like this kitten eats a lot. So I'm like, I'm gonna put the food out in the afternoon when I come home from work, not in the morning, because I feel like he eat too much. Like I literally fill it all the way up, and his bowl is like thick. And I didn't put anything. Why his ass jumped on the counter and got the lobster and macaroni snacks, and they was all over the floor. The bag up here when I walked through the door. So I realized when I don't feed that little man, he gets a temper tantrum. He gets really spiteful and sassy. Okay, watch my mouth. I don't think I said anything. Oh, maybe I did. But I'm saying he gets very spiteful and very sassy. So I know that this cat is smart. He's intelligent. And I'm going to give him the credit. I'm going to treat him as such. My dog, the same thing. But certain people, when they act like what they is like, okay, this is what you got. So I'm not going to bring myself down to that. Anyway, so what y'all doing Saturday? What y'all doing today? Y'all got any questions about any of the medicines or anything that we was talking about being an earthling on a planet? Like this is how I feel like Earth is supposed to be. This is how I feel, man. We everybody is literally tribed up because houses, the buildings, the infrastructure, the man-made infrastructure is what keeps us separate. Is what keeps us in this competitive mindset. Is me versus them, or it's just all about me and forget all them and that mindset, right? And then the things that we feed ourselves, like the things we watch on TV, the people we hang around, shapes like our points of views and the things we do. And some people really take on the people they hang around and start dressing like them, like they don't have no identity. And over here, identity is important. So all of that doppelganger shit, I don't like, right? It's cute for some occasions, but come on, let's be honest. We don't want grown ass people every day doing this shit, right? So we got that going on, right? So, bam. Then you got school, then you got work, then all of these things, your neighborhood bars and restaurants, it kind of keeps you in these groups. It keeps you in these groups. But that's not how it's supposed to be. See, we supposed to come down here, born to a planet, right? The outside is like I said, God, the Most High gave us every living thing under the sun to be able to operate. We were supposed to be able to explore. Our ancestors before us were supposed to already have explored and built for like outside facilities, using outside nature where we have things outside, right? And so when we come here, we already got some type of guidance, some type of tribe, an area where we live. Like everybody looks the same where you live at. It's no mixing, right? The thing is, though, you coexist with other people, even though you might come from here and this is what these people do, and this what you can still get on a train and go over here to this land, and y'all comrades, y'all colleagues. No one's beefing because everybody is living and thriving and building amongst their portion of where they come from, because it's about the planet. So we building on the planet, not for a company that was put in this bitch and have us recycling our energy to motherfucking work all motherfucking day and night. The plumbing is supposed to be for the planet. The excavations, the landscaping is supposed to be for the planets, not for a motherfucker and corporate millionaire, billionaire, gazillionaire whose family have us working as cattle. And as soon as people understand that shit, then they will understand what is not natural to the planet, because these motherfuckers need to be in some type of facilities to coat or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You will realize that also it's not a human thing that we're fighting against. It's something else that is using the humans of the planet to operate like products. And they're using these little things like homes and cars and things as luxuries, but is really a way to separate us from each other in the conscious mind of of Mother Earth. I'm about to say the United States. I'm about to, somebody probably telling me this sending me bogged down my thought energy. No, the universe, the planet. And all the love, the gardening, the everything is supposed to be outside, yo. Like that's where the connection starts. That's where the creativity happens. And everything that is outside will embrace us. It was always waiting for us. We supposed to have ordinance over it. That's why when you spend time with the birds got trust issues. No lie. I was outside with the birds because I used to live around seagulls, sitting there on my porch. My neighbors giving me all this food and shit. I'm like, you know what? I'm a break this up and I'm a bond with the birds. Cause I already was looking at the aliens and shit. They always was following me around everywhere. So I'm by the water. I'm getting this activity. I'm taking the bread. I come home, throw it. The birds come. They was not eating when I was outside. They was not coming near me. They did not trust me. About a month, they start coming closer to me. They start coming around the concrete because I'm on the step. Because at first I would have to throw the bread and then go in the house and wait. Then they'd come and eat, and there'd be so many of them. The birds, the seagulls, and the brown birds would come. They wasn't even leaving that shit out there long enough for any of the crows. And you get to see like who's the bullies and all these things. It's so funny. So then it came to me being bird woman. I felt like the man on Home Alone in the park. I come outside, them birds was like, "Mommy!" I come out with the bread. I'm like, throwing the bread and flapping my wings, and I'm just like, felt like Michael Jackson with the wind blowing through my hair of bread. I'm the Michael Jackson of bread. I'm just throwing bread, and seagulls are coming. They coming around my steps, all around me. And then it got to the point where I be coming home from work. These seagulls be on my roof. They was on my roof. The seagulls was on my roof. And I'm like, oh my God, I have bird friends. I don't know how long they probably looked for me, and they probably were looking for me for a very long time after I left. And they knew that stink hoes moved to my house after me. And they were probably always in reminiscent of me and that bread. But you know what? I always dedicate the bread, the peanuts, anything that I have that's really going to be good for the benefit of a bird to the birds. Like, I don't want to waste food. And then what's even more red, I got this from somebody on TikTok. They had like this ant little thing going on. So if when the crumbs get real crummy, I take the crumbs and find a hole, ant hole, and put them in there because it's almost like delivery. They don't have to come, and it's saving them. And I don't know what the ants were like. Oh my gosh, we got delivery. Like what the fuck? This threw us off. Like this helped us save months on Bill, I don't know. Like I know I did something for the ant universe though. You know what I'm saying? And I did it for a while until people told me that my blackness in my grass was offensive. And it wasn't like they told me. I just felt the energy and the attacks, and I just fucking got tired of it because I was about to turn into Incredible Hulk. And I already did. I exploded outside. People think I'm crazy. I don't give a fuck. Just leave me alone. Let me be. I need my own fucking house with nobody around it because people are weird when you mind your business. Like they always want you to be in business. I guess they want you to be in the business. I don't know what the fuck they want. They want you to do something so they can talk about it. People with no lives. That's what I'm saying. You see, I have no life, but I'm still doing something with my life. I have maybe 0 to 2 to 5 to 6 followers. I mean, viewers, and I'm talking and I'm using my energy to entertain because I understand that people watch my shit when I leave. It's so weird, but all on all platforms, it happens. And maybe one day, if I keep talking, I'll have an audience. All right. That's how I feel. So I'm going to work through the bull crap. And yeah. So I wanted to also talk about this crap I saw today. This is crazy. So I was just watching this thing. Well, first of all, I heard this story. I don't know what is going on because it's like about dogs. So the story was this. Um, it was a experiment that they did, I think, like a long time ago, and they cut off. Oh my gosh, I was supposed to be talking about the world thing. Shit, that's two different things. Okay, all right. So should I talk about the world, then go back to the dogs? Because that is so sad. Like, okay, let me finish the world thing so I don't have to like go back and forth. So, yeah, we supposed to be able to have like free transportation all around the globe. If I wanted to go to fucking Zimbabwe today, I should be able to get in some type of vehicle and transport to Zimbabwe because where I live on a planet. And not only that, the planet is fucking restricted. Think about how much restricted space is on the planet that we can't go to. And I'm not even talking about Area 51. I'm talking about in our own cities and states. We live and we travel on these highways, and if we look right and left, there's a whole bunch of land that is blocked off that we can't even go in and explore because what and why? Who fucking even knows? Bigfoot could be in there. But someone's exploring it, someone's going back there, and they seem to fucking deceive those paths a little bit more and more sometimes. It's not like they're increasing them for space, for more highway space, because at the end of the day, what are they doing everywhere? They're reducing the lanes and slowing shit down. So think about all that untampered space. Like, what is supposed to go there? They don't even tell us what's going on our own planet. So think about this. You have a serial killer living in your house. You were just born, right? Your mom is saying, not only do you have to go in this room, you can't go in this room, that room, in this room, in this house, and don't ask no fucking questions. And to go to the bathroom and the kitchen, you have to pay a toll of 150. But not only that, they're not telling you there's a serial killer that lives in your fucking house, and at any day you can just come down the steps and go in the kitchen and he could be there and want to kill you. They're not saying that. They're not going to tell you that, but they're just going to take the chances that maybe y'all be so busy in your own home that y'all won't cross paths. And if you do, then they'll be able to gossip about it at the table because that's what they do. Like they just gossip about what the fuck happens and shit, right? They make art like news and shit. That's their entertainment. So, the world could be so much better when it comes to things like schools, right? For instance, they send our kids to school. If you don't pack them a lunch, which is, first of all, you have to send your kid to school. What I feel like as a tribe, like we should be in our own tribes and we should be teaching our own kids what history. Like no one else that doesn't look like you should be teaching your kid history from before. That way, history can stay organized. And when it begins to tether, we can always find out how it segued into what. See, that's why they want the blending and the mixing and the this and the that because it makes it hard to track back history, right? And for a lot of people, especially when they don't really know, like they always being lied to about where they came from, right? So let's say you were born, but somebody stole you at the end of the day. So when you came to the house you were in, like somebody fucking stole you. You're not even with your family, let alone you in a house where you got to pay tolls to go in places that you need to go, and it's like right in the next fucking room, and like that's fucking ridiculous to me. I mean, that's just basic minimum, and then we still got to pay for like bus and planes and all of these things. Like, what happened to explorers of the planet? Remember they told us about people like Magellan and shit back in the day? What happened to those explorers? Like, how is it that we had explorers then, but we can't go nowhere now? We restricted. We need a freaking passport to get from one place to the next. Like that. What? How you going to tell me when I came from this planet that I can't explore this bitch? Like, what if I didn't want to go to school and I wanted to be a fucking explorer? You got Dora the Explorer, so why can't I explore? Is Dora the Explorer to put in people's minds that going places, it just don't make sense. You know where I'm getting at. But everybody else can explore. Like, so what the fuck are you doing? What's the subliminals? Like everyone on the planet should be able to go every fucking where and explore the planet and see what's on this bitch. And that's how we will find out that there's more things that appeal to human nature than we even know, like cures and advancements and things like that. But we wouldn't know that because we can't explore the fucking planet because we've restricted. And then in school, right? Okay, they give you like these little fucking fake uh kid cuisines and shit, right? In school. I've always like in high school they try to fluff it up a little bit, but it just depends on if you're in the city or county district. If you're in the city district, they don't really give a fuck about you. If you're in the county, a little bit more, but it gets rhetoric. Like they still don't care. What a good balanced cheap lunch could be is first of all getting natural produce, getting things like rice, potatoes, corn, vegetables, carrots, all of those things. Making bread, making the bread fresh out of flours and doughs and things like that. Um, making fresh juices out of fruit, water. Those things will go such a long way. And it's like instead of giving these kids, and not only that, it'll give them a good, balanced, nutritious lunch. It will help them with their mind and being full and to be focused and to be just feeling comfortable in school. You know what I'm saying? But they would rather give them these crazy lunches that look like somebody stabbed them up with a pitchfork. And yeah, like it doesn't matter if you're in high school or if you happen to be a big bone kid, like you get the same thing as a little kid would get. And it's so crazy. There's no nothing. And then in some city schools you can't even buy snacks. So to me, I feel like, a lot of things could be better. I feel like, we shouldn't have to pay bills. Everybody have enough space, just like on these social media platforms, enough space for everybody to live because there's so much untapped land. Like we've seen homeless people survive outside and they thrived and was happy in their little villages. So that should let you know it's like a silent cue to what life should be. And they glorize and glamorize all of these things that took away from humanity. Like you can feel lonely in a house, but when you go outside, you don't feel lonely like that. Is nature, is other people, you vibing. And it's been times I've been sitting in this house trying to write something, especially when you older. Like I feel like when I was younger, I used to write and things used to flow. Like it just used to flow out because I didn't have that much to think about. But then when you get older, you got so much in your mind and coming in and out of your mind. And I try to write and I get writer's block. But then I remember going outside one day and writing, and it was just flowing. It was like a waterfall. So it's like you get more information source anyway. But right now, if you are not expanding in your consciousness, because I feel like it's a direct, I don't know, like a consciousness upgrade or something that's going on with a lot of people. And I feel like if you still talk about boo boo and poo poo, I don't know. Like I could get joking from time to time, but if the conversation involves like, communication, like a back and forth adult conversation, and you fucking playing around or you somewhere you not supposed to be in adults conversations and you like, yeah, you ain't supposed to be here anyway. And something must be wrong. Like I feel like you should be checking into that if your consciousness is not expanding. Because at the end of the day, I look at these platforms again, and I'm sorry I keep repeating myself, and it's only because I got the shit in my head and not on paper. Is we have it's like a country, so it's your job to create elevation on your platform and in your community. Whatever you do, you should be able to elevate them. If it's not making them laugh, is inspiring them, is giving them motivation, is helping them with things they're going through and stuff like that, so on and so forth. But if you are, creating a bunch of degenerate mindsets and confusion and, drama and going back and forth. Like, nobody got time for that. Really. Like, we all dealing with a lot of things. And even, if you a younger watcher and you being a student, I'm pretty sure the pressures of having to do schoolwork and then deal with other people's attitudes. And not only that, it's a bunch of unhealed teachers, unhealed adult educators. Like that's what really get me is a bunch of those too that is around our kids, and it's so many things that can improve. But these rooms that are created, again, it creates these hubs for these predators to be able to use and siphon energy how they need to, whether they are being predatorial, as far as saying, or just belittling students and talking down to them. It's many ways to break souls and to get your little rises. And as you can see from the little comments that I have on here, that's not too particularly nice or whatever, that people like to get their little rises in very, very short brain ways. Like, it's not, it doesn't, it's dumb, it's like annoying. So just imagine what these teachers would do. And we've seen some of them doing things like scaring the daycare children, and I mean, horrifying them. We've seen them doing things like, talking back and forth or not being the adult in the room. So it's like, all this is a big thing in America because of social media and the minds that's shaping America. So I feel like I take my platform serious, and I want to show people walking like I talk it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all see me struggling when I first came to YouTube, but I decided that I wasn't going to stay in that space. But I'm going to let you know now, I'm an emotional person. I express my emotions. So anytime I need to, I'm going to do that. I'm going to express my emotions. Okay. And I don't have a problem with that. So I know a lot of people not used to seeing that, but I've learned to do that because I feel like if a person intentionally try to make you feel bad, or even if they do make you feel bad and they don't know, they deserve to know how they made you feel. The energy needs to go back onto them. I'm not about to walk around feeling like this. You about to know how you made me feel. And basically, if I'm gonna talk to you again, if I like you or not, because sometimes I'll be like, and I don't even like you. So I'm moving on, I'm cutting you off, and that's that. Get it out my energy. And I can move on with my life, and I sleep good at night. And I, sleep all the way through the night. Don't wake up in cold sweats. And that's how people got to learn to do. When y'all hold on, I know I'm going into one thing to the next, but I'm a flow. When you hold on to baggage like that, or to things that you're supposed to let go, more things happen to you. Sometimes you're supposed to let things go because people need to learn their lessons. And when you block people from their lessons, sometimes you wind up taking a hit too. You wind up going through the shit that was meant for them. And it's like, I know sometimes detachment is hard for many levels, but do it for yourself. This is where self-love, self-care come in. You have to realize, like, this is not where I want to go no more. This is not what I want to do. And I'm not about to go through that shit. So deuces, you know what I'm saying? And with one door being closed, another one opens, and it's better things on the other side. Remember, 8.6 billion, y'all used to the same faces. Y'all used to the same places. Y'all used to the same tastes. And that's why there's so many beefs and diseases and all of these things. People can say this and that. And I'm good on that, yo. I'm good on that. I don't want to be a part of that shit. I'm not a school group type of person. You feel me? I detach myself from those things so that I can come in as a complete individual person wherever I'm at. I don't have no attachments. I'm a grown person. I'm a grown woman. If you need to sneak and talk to me, I don't want to talk to you. I did that shit when I was young. My self-worth is higher than a motherfucker sneaking and talking to me, or me waiting my turn for it. Ain't a person that important. Ain't an opportunity that important. If a person is better for it, let them be better for that. I know what's for me is for me. You feel me? I don't chase. I don't. I'm confident. I sit back and I know what my worth is. So at the end of the day, everybody's opinion, it don't matter to me. money, people with this, that, and the other, it don't matter to me. At the end of the day, it's about quality, not quantity. A person, a rich man, a woman could never be able to degrade me and say things to me because they have money, and then I continue to key in their face and want to sniff up their ass. They will get the deuces chucked too. So the value comes in the quality when a person sees your value and knows how to treat you, and therefore you reciprocate that. But if it's not like that, I am not talking to you. I don't want to talk to you. I'm not dealing with that shit. No fake, fraudulent bullshit. And I'm tired of having to think about the aftermath of after I talk to somebody and their actions, and then it reads off as fake. And then I'll be like, it just adds confirmation. Everybody is just, they walk around, I'm a Christian, but you over here trying to stir the pot. What Christians is going out their way to do that? I don't know any. Especially when a person try to get their truth out, tell their story, because that's what all it's about. It's about somebody standing up for themselves, finally vindicating their truth, all of that, and being proud and healing and getting justice. That's what this is about. And I really encourage everybody who has a story that they've been holding in to heal from that. Heal from that. That could be, one step closer to cancer or a heart attack, or, any high blood pressure or depression, or you're miserable, you being miserable. Tell your story. You have a platform. Everybody has a platform. And I'm going to say this because I went live. I cheated on y'all and I went live somewhere else today. But I'm going to say this. The way that people like to mimic other people is the reason why we keep hearing the same stories, is the reason why nothing new under the sun seems to appear in these little stories that's shocking. Like, oh my gosh, I would never think that would happen. They don't come out because you haven't told your story. And the thing about it is, we don't need the same person to tell the same story through them in different fonts. We need your story your way, because your story is going to touch the people that this person may have not been able to touch. Sometimes I don't want to hear shit coming from some people's mouths. It's about the person, like the delivery is better, or it might be more authentic. Like, I can literally tell when a message is authentic from a person, and when a person probably looked at a video or heard somebody say it, because I look at the comments and see the time and all that. I be like, look at me trying to be smart and go against me. I'm like, But anyway, yeah, though, like, we want your story. Use your platform, tell your story, do what you gotta do. Okay, we need you. So the same way somebody told me that, I'm telling y'all out there in this world, y'all in New York, y'all in my Atlanta people, my Chicagoans, my Philly people, my UK people, my Canada people. I ain't forget nobody. All of y'all. Okay? Okay, then let's get to these dogs. This blew my mind. So last night I was watching this video. It was an experiment where a dog was and a man. I think it was like in Germany, and they took their heads and put the head of a dog on a man, and then the head of a man on a dog. And they were saying like how the experiment was so bad, they were suffering around like where the incision was, and they got their neck sewed back together. It was like, it was festering, and it was what you call it, not contagious, but like infected and all of those things, because it was something about like the genetics of the dog and a man that wouldn't heal together. They were saying how the dog, oh my gosh, like he was so miserable, like, trying to eat and everything, and the things that he ate was like raw meats and things like that, and it would cause the man to get super sick because his body couldn't digest it. So he was like always shit and like, you know, diarrhea and shit. And he became malnutrition. And he wound up being like famished because he couldn't hold anything in. And the dog, the man with the dog, it was like, you know, hard for him to eat. It was a lot of different things going on with that, but it just was like so sad to think about. They actually lived. And let me try to think because I'm thinking that the woman was like she knew she was. Oh no, I'm getting something mixed up. I hate that. I do that, y'all. I get stories, I get movies mixed up. I don't know. I'm not a good like when I was younger, I used to watch movies all the time and love them and remember them. But now it's like I forget the shit or I get them mixed up. Okay. So then today they was talking about like dog men. I'm like, why? What is going on with this dog thing? Like, it's so weird because you know I look at my dog and I do ask her like, "Have you ever been a human before?" And the reaction, it's like they real like if you look inside of them, like they literally seem like they know something, like they just holding something back, and that's what's so like crazy. And I'm just seeing all this dog stuff, and I kind of got sad about it because I couldn't imagine like being a dog woman. They were showing them like walking around, and I don't know, it probably was AI, but everything is just getting so freaky nowadays. The dogs and the people ripping their skin off, AI, and you know, ooh, my ears ring. I think they like stop talking. That was a real like I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say. I'm just. I have things in my collection of memory, but I can watch TV shows and I could see clips or not even clips, just when people be wearing masks, and I will fucking take a picture of that, and like I can tell like people are wearing like these celebrities, a lot of them, they are definitely wearing like the latex skin suits over their eyes. That's all I'm gonna say. And I notice it because it be little crazy things that I see them do. And I guess like the skin underneath the mask is itching or something like that, or the mask moving around. So I see them do little things to maneuver it, and I'm like, oh, the face doesn't do that. So yeah, you gotta have that third eye going on. So I'm seeing a lot of that, and you know, I feel like at the end of the day, I've been in contact with extraterrestrials, at least in the sky. Some people seemed weird. I can't say they were real extraterrestrials or whatever, but I've always got the vibe from that. But if I saw one today, I don't know. Like I would have to baby step. Like you just can't like be sitting next to me on a couch and pull your skin off. You can't just do that. Like you literally gotta baby step that shit. So maybe a FaceTime, you know, a meet at a restaurant, you know, like baby steps. And I have to know like what you're capable of. Like you just can't come around me and doing something and I don't know what you're capable of. Like the craziest thing, y'all. So, hey, Savage Gang, thank you for the hundreds. Thank you for the likes and everybody. Y'all, somebody told me I had a big forehead too. Don't worry about it. What we can do is you can get some extra baby. Like if you're a boy, get like one of those thick shape ups. For me, I could get, I mean, sometimes I want to embrace it. You know, when you have a big forehead, it, um, I hate y'all. When you have a big forehead, it means you're smart. Okay. And don't, even though I'm looking like Shrek today or Reptar, this is my in the house style. Okay. So don't be too on my hair because I'm looking like Reptar. I'm in the house, but I'm not bored. I'm just Using my time wisely, guys. And I'm hoping you enjoying what I'm putting down. You picking up what I'm putting down. Yeah, though, for that medicine, the ibuprofen, I don't know. Because I feel like ibuprofen with medicines, what they do is this. Medicines are like band-aids to what we have, to our ailments. They only cover it up. You want to know what's going on. You want to be like Marvin Gaye up in your temple. What's going on? So you don't want nothing that's going to mask the problem. You want something that's going to heal the problem, that's going to get to the root of the problem, that's going to identify, choke that motherfucker up and kick it out like Carl. Was that Carl? No, that was Phil on Fresh Prince did Jazzy Jeff. You wanted to eject from your body, okay? Um, and also do exercises, dance, go into the shower. In the bathroom, close the door, make a humidifier in your bathroom, run all the water hot, sit in there for 10 minutes. Do push-ups, things that's going to shake that phlegm on your chest loose. You want to do everything in that like go crazy in here, twerking, take your shirt, twirling them titties in a circle, all it. Say, but you know what I'm saying? Get loose in there, get loose like Bruce Lee. You want to do that because you want to work up a sweat. You want to be able to work up your adrenaline. Your adrenaline is going to raise your vibration. So make sure you have some good music on. You humming, you dancing, you singing, because a lot of this stuff is also spiritual warfare. It's also spiritual warfare. So along with these remedies, you want to be able to fight off the warfare, raise your vibration, and you want to use your affirmations. You want to be able to redirect that energy about you. So that if it's not your energy, if the sickness didn't come from your body, you want to be able to send that shit up off you. Like I said, okay? Take it up off you. So that is the way that we're going to get through this man-made thing, because like, I don't know, I've been looking outside and it looks like spring to me. It looks like Mother Nature is giving us the cue to go past all this winter shit and coming up into the spring. So it's up to us. And maybe we raise our vibration, the sun blasts and come get us, or maybe there's a separation and like we go into the winter, into the summer, and the winter stays with the people that want to be in the winter, and they go through the Viking shit that because it feels like an asylum. The way that they're trying to make it is almost like an asylum. When I go outside, it be seeming gray and cloudy. You can't see a star in sight. You can't see the sun or rainbow. You ain't seen a teardrop in sight. You're just seeing doom and gloom and dark windows and tents and bright synthetic lights and no sun up there. They be trying to take us out, but you know them roaches, they ain't going nowhere. Yeah, we be right there. We be sitting there out there like you know what, coughing and shit, getting back up, wiping the sweat away, getting back up, sitting in our truck, drinking a little swig, feeling real better, going to the gym, and here they go again with the doom and gloom, zapping us, trying to suck on our neck, suck it out, suck it. Look, get away from me, you energy vampire, you. I'm doing a kick, stomper. I'm doing a kick, stomper. I said I'm doing a kick, stomper. Get away from me, you energy vampire, you. Get away from me because I'm not playing. I know one thing, this is the end of your ass, because I'm always gonna have my vibration up. So get the fuck away from me. But that's how you gotta be, right? You, when they think they got you over here, you have to do a little topsy turvy, a flip in a split, and go through the crack and hit them around back. Don't ever let them think that they won with that attack. Bars. Damn. That's what I'm saying. Cause they be feeling like that. They be like, yeah, I just did this. Niggas go in the house like, yo, that blah, blah, blah. They be all in there like, when them two fingers tap, like, like, oh, oh my God. When them two fingers tap. Okay, guys. I just feel like that's how y'all be when y'all be doing stuff. Cause tonight I was supposed to be tonight. I feel like y'all was trying to make me sick, but I turned up on that shit and send that shit back to that bitch. I feel good. Milk thistle tea. Okay, make sure you get your strainer, because if you don't get your strainer, you're gonna be doing this all day. And if you don't want to be off of some crumbled up leaves and stuff, then get your strainer. Okay, they also have these little things that you can make tea out of, where, like, because I can't flip my hair, I gotta go to my eyebrow, right? Where like, where they're like little ball clampers, like a mesh ball clamper, and you put the tea in it and you boil it in there and like you pull it up so that way, like, it's like a metal tea bag kind of, think about it like that. And you can make a pot of tea. Yeah, I suggest you get that, but all the way, get the weeds, clip them, chop them, scrap them, and plop them because they're good for you. They're good for you and me too. Damn, here we go with this shit. If I was ever trying, I gotta get some better lip gloss. That lip gloss be making me have like a white trim under my lips, and I know y'all know what I'm talking about. I know y'all know. It's even worse. It's even worse. What? See. Makeup! Makeup! Gotta call makeup. And then they gonna come and like do my edges, wipe my mouth. This jojoba oil, I feel. It's like the jojoba oil in here is like making this creaminess. It's so like not good, but whatever. So guess what, y'all? My daughter and her friends met Cynthia Erivo Friday. No, not her, but her friend. Cynthia Erivo's friend. I mean, girlfriend. I'll share the video. And guess what? Cynthia and the Ariana Grande. Okay, please let this be a good shot. Still, okay, it's better. Yeah, that jojoba oil. Like, gee whiz, just imagine. I remember, like, back in the day, it would be like that. It would be like that. And it threw me off because it's about to be 10 o'clock. And you know what? I need to get ready to go. I got like something to do. I have something to do, okay? Guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. Look at her. She's looking concerned. China, say hi to everybody. Say hi. Say hi. She's like, I don't care. As long as I can sit on the couch She act like she's entitled. Just she's always farting. Why are you always farting and feeling entitled? Look, she's oh yeah, this is the perfect thing. She came over here. You see how embarrassed she got, right? Okay, it's fine. I mean everybody farts, China. This boy on live just said he farted just now. So both of y'all farted, okay? Does that help? So anyway, did you used to be a human? Hmm? Did you? Did you used to be a human? A girl? A real girl? Hmm? You did? She used to be a real girl, y'all. Was your name Melanda? Girl, you was a stinky girl that farts. Is that why you keep on doing that? Farty girl? Look, she's trying to lay on me because she's a farty girl. She's a farty girl. You know good and well she ain't never pulled no stunt like that. I'm asking her if she human. She done backflipped on me. She never ever. China. Can you like what made you do a backflip on me though? Like you never did that. Was you ever a girl before? Like a real girl? With 2 titties instead of 10? Huh? Why you want to lick my hand? Why you want to, what? Just tell me. Just, who told you not to tell me? The government? Huh? Do you have a secret alliance with the dolphins? Is that why you can't talk? Hmm? Just like, how do you know? Oh my gosh. Tell me. Tell me. Virgil. Cats don't act this suspicious. They act like they don't understand anything. You see how suspicious she acts? Like, did you eat the last hamburger in the refrigerator? Did you eat that last hamburger? You see how antsy she gets? Like, was that you last night in the bathroom eating that hamburger? Hmm? That was you eating that hamburger last night with the cheese and onions? Is that why you farting? Hmm? Oh, that was London? She's standing up and shit. Look how guilty she is. She never is in this position on the couch unless she's trying to sit like me. Maybe she's trying to sit like me. This is funny. I never see her like this. Never. She's always like curled up like a little cat. Oh, like a little cat. Look at this fat. Fat girl. Are you gonna say hi to YouTube and introduce yourself? Say hi, YouTube. My name is China Beyonce Jenkins. I've been in a couple of skits on TikTok. You might know me as China, the chocolate diva. But I'm a Sagittarius and I like doggy cookies, the peanut butter ones, preferably. Maybe chicken flavored toothpaste. And I like to sniff butts, actually. Looking for what you looking for, China? A big brown stallion? Or you want them blacker than you? Because she's dark brown. Or you want a black and white one? Or a brown and tan? Hmm? She's looking for a big stallion? to hop up on this live and see if they could get a connection going. So if you have a stallion out there that like 6-year-old pitadors, lab pit mix, and they want to chat it up, FaceTime with this pup, let's go. Let's see what you got go. Like the floor is open. She's single. She's 6. So that means she's about 42 in, human years. She has 10 titties. She has 4 legs and 2 ears. She loves to go on long walks. She loves to go to shiny heinies. And she loves to also share the tug of war rope. Oh, I think her comrade's getting jealous. Yeah, well, he's not even 1 yet. He's too young to mingle, but yesterday I saw him licking his own balls. So, and the pink thing was coming out. That was the first time we seen that. What do you think, China? Have you seen that pink thing before? Is he telling you don't say anything to me? Oh gosh, they have secrets. They have secrets that apparently they're not telling me. I know one's a butt sniffer and I know one's a dingling licker. And that is all I need to know. They have this symbiotic connection where she bites into, or he bites into her dog food and she'll drop food on the floor for him to sniff and see if he likes it. Yeah. Am I telling too much of your business? Hell yeah. Okay. So, both of you, okay. Oh, I'm telling too much. All right. Okay. You don't want me to, okay. You want me to get off the live? What? Really? How could y'all gang up on me like this? How could you? I can't believe y'all. Well, say bye. I guess it's time to get off live. Bye, guys. Oh! Hold up. Let me flip it back around so looking at my pillow, dog pillow, won't be the last thing you see. Okay. Bye.